Hey, welcome to After Hours here on Grilling at the Green. I'm JT. We've got Frank Nobilo with us from CBS Sports. Frank is a grill master. I got to tell you that. We didn't bring that up too much in the regular show. He made one
I'm trying
reference.
to take from your tips.
There you go. But Frank loves it. And one thing that he and I really agree on, if you've ever listened to my barbecue show, I don't like resting, especially steaks. Get them
Mm.
hot off the grill, eat the meat when it's hot and warm. Don't let it sit there for 5 minutes and let all the good stuff run out of it. That's my thought. I've been whacked on that a few times in the barbecue world. Don't care. I like nice juicy steaks. There
You
you go.
converted me, Jeff.
Okay, so we got a few new after hours questions for you since you've been on, and I think you'll like this. First of all, we'll start with something very important, Frank. What's your favorite color of lifesaver?
Red. I don't know why I said that. Is it red or yellow?
What's the one song you want to hear on the radio when you start your car in the morning?
Well, it depends if I'm melancholy,
Yeah,
something like Send in the Clowns. But wow, I mean, I'm going to throw myself under the bus here because I watch chick flicks and things like that. So
sure. You're married. I get it.
yeah, but I'm going to see. This is terrible. I'm going to get killed for this. I mean, I'll still play Whitney Houston every year just to, from
Yeah.
the Bodyguard. I mean, that's I'm going to get killed for that. But yeah, yeah,
No, no, that's
yeah.
legal. That's legal in my
Yeah.
book. Um, Name a player, Frank, that you think is underrated. Doesn't matter which tour or whatever or anything, but just one
A
thing that
golfer?
a golfer, yeah, that you think is underrated.
Well, that's hard because I don't underrate anyone. I think when you see them play, so like for example, I would have said last year Tommy Fleetwood is underrated. I know it's
Hmm.
easy to say because he's just playing some. I don't know why I've just got Victor Hovland in there, and I know people think he's already good.
Yeah,
I think Victor Hovland could be great.
yeah. No, I get
Mm,
it. That's what
mm.
it's. Um, what you don't play that much anymore, do you? No,
No, I'm
no.
old and broken down.
Yeah, I get that too. But when you were playing, what was the first thing you would reach for when your round was finished?
My watch.
Okay, very good. What's the funniest thing you ever saw happen to a colleague on the air that we did not see at home?
Wow. There's too many. There's too many. I'm actually sworn to secrecy on that, so I'm trying to almost throw myself under the bus. I can't honestly. But you're going to hate me, Jill. I can't tell you because I know if I throw one of them under the bus, they're going to do the same with me, and I've had
Okay.
plenty. But yeah, I wish us get Sellers shy on because he probably will throw one of us under the bus because we have a camera. It's called a Snoop camera in there now and again
Yeah.
and there's times in commercial that we have too much fun, so yeah, and he has to rein us in, so it's better coming from somebody else.
I was going to say, and it probably life got a little easier on that when McCord left. There was probably times that Gary did stuff. Anyway, what's one thing you wish spectators would not do?
uh you're the man. I just think it's redundant now. Yeah, yell that out. I love the energy they bring. When I first came to America, I'd never seen crowds like it, and it's just such a buzz. So the energy they bring, I never want to see that stop. But yeah, there's always one clown. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Name an unsung hero in the golf world. Could be anybody, any part of the golf world.
An unsung hero. It'd have to be a golf coach or a designer because, well, everybody knows the great designers, I guess, so that wouldn't work. So it'd be a golf coach. It'd be someone like Bob Tosky or
Sure.
Ernest Jones. Yeah,
Okay.
Ernest
Um,
Jones. Swing the club bit.
um, you're on the road a lot during the year. Name one place, Frank, that you always look forward to going to. I mean, I'll give you a made up example here. If you go to Torrey Pines, do you look forward to going and getting an In-N-Out burger? I mean, I've had people say things like that. So,
Yeah, I must admit, I'll definitely go for an in-out burger. Yeah, I mean, there's restaurants, probably Drago's in Louisiana, New Orleans,
Uh-huh.
or
Yeah.
Acme Oyster House. I love oysters, and if you go to New Orleans, there's no question you're just going to find an oyster house straight away. So that'll probably be one of the first restaurants I book straight away.
There
But
you
I
go.
have there's actually a place in hell, he's going to kill me. I'm going to get the name wrong. Um, there's a little Italian restaurant. I stayed at the AC Marriott in Dublin, and just down the road, God, I can't remember. It's a little Italian restaurant. The lady at the bar who runs it. Her name's Sky. The owner's great, and like last year, I was doing Golf Channel as well as CBS, so I didn't get in until Thursday. And they both go, "We didn't think you were coming in. I will eat there 3 times during the course of the week." Yeah, yeah. So, and I apologize to the owner right now that I couldn't get the name of the
That's all right.
restaurant out. Yeah,
That's all right.
senior moment.
So, you said you like oysters a lot.
Oh, hell yeah.
What's your favorite oyster dish? We'll go to the
Uh,
food side for a second.
yeah, no, my wife hates it because I'll have them cooked as well. We can share it if it's raw,
Yeah.
and with a dab of Tabasco. I don't. I always like we like something that's spicy, but I'll have
Yeah.
them fried because then
Hmm.
they're juicy. I'll have them Kilpatrick. You name it. I don't care if it's an oyster. Then I'll have. New Zealand has an oyster called the bluff oyster, which is I don't normally like oysters that are too strong, but it's so flavorful. And that's always my standard that I keep trying. But yeah, I can. I'm not quite Jack Nicholas level of eating 100 oysters, but yeah, I can have a go. Yeah.
When I was in Australia, one of the trips down there, they found out about my cooking and stuff, and so they showed me their version of oysters on the Barbie. They'd open them up, they'd take them out of the shell, kind of rinse them off. Then we'd put some Worcestershire in there, and you put the oyster back in, and then they had some like diced bacon. Um,
That's like Kilpatrick then.
yeah, kind of like
Yeah,
Kilpatrick,
yeah,
and
yeah.
some onions and some garlic, and there was something else. I've cooked it a million times, and why I can't think of the last ingredient right now is probably why I got the gray hair. But anyway, you put them on the Barbie, and they'd kind of crisp up a little bit on top. Not
Mm.
overly cooked, you know what I mean, but just so the bacon was kind of crisp, if you will, and then bring them out. And they got me hooked on that. And I must have that after that trip, I must have cooked that stuff 50 times over the course of the next 2 months. Till our house guests and stuff didn't want to eat them anymore, but I was having a heyday with them. So, um, anyway, yeah, it was
The
a lot.
bacon work. The cooked bacon works well with the oyster, but you
Yeah,
can't have too many like that.
right, like that. Frank, do you think there's a place, and it's spreading like wildfire, but for indoor events like TGL? I mean, do you consider that real golf?
If you asked me that 5 years ago, I'd say definitive no. But similar to golf, I've spent a lot of time in Korea calling events there. Per head of capita, largest simulator population in the world. Go to every bar or restaurant, just about has a golf simulator. So to me, if you can put a golf club in somebody's hand, then I think you're doing them a favor.
Yeah,
So I'm actually for it. From a competition point of view, it's got a little bit to be desired. I've gone to TGL a couple of times. I think, and I've told them, so I'm not saying anything.
sure.
I think it should be like a basketball game where you hear everything. And at the moment, and I know they're taking baby steps and they're doing a good job, but it's done as a TV product. And so when you're there live, you don't hear the players talking to each other. So I just think it should be, they're just still working with the audio. Once they get that right, because, it's a very intimate thing with about 5,000 people
Right.
and the crowd want to get involved. So then they start, throwing shit on the players and all that. And then you get the feedback and it becomes like a basketball game. And then I think you've got the right atmosphere because the players want to have some fun and it is an alternative. It's like pickleball to tennis.
No, I get it. I get it. Two more here, real quick. Um, what was your favorite Christmas present a month ago?
My wife bought me a ton of clothes, to be honest. But maybe there was a hint there, but yeah, it wasn't. She has. I'm actually wearing one of them right now. This is very warm weather. Yeah, she basically catered for every occasion. But actually, the best present she gave me, and she got it off TikTok. You can actually make a song for someone. I don't know how she did it. Someone,
Yeah,
said, I don't know the site that she used, but it was like where we met, some personal things, and it was put into a country and western songs. There's two versions, and that was actually pretty sweet. Yeah, yeah,
excellent. I
yeah.
like that. Did you have a standing rib or a prime rib for dinner on Christmas, or what did you do?
No, I'm not a prime rib guy,
Okay.
but I did have a slab of meat, and it was absolutely pure. Yeah, I cooked it.
That's my man. That's my man. Okay, Frank, last question. If I gave you a box with everything you've lost in your life in that box, what would be the first thing you would reach for?
My mind.
Okay. What would be the second thing then? I think your mind's still
Um,
pretty good, Frank.
I don't know. Just I grabbed my lawnmower. Seriously, I love. I mow my own lawn when I'm home. I love to mow my own lawn. It's something I've done. Maybe it comes from New Zealand. I love the smell of cut grass. Yeah, I don't think I could ever. When I'm too old to mow my lawns, yeah, I'd reach for my lawnmower. I think it's
You know,
fun. It's therapeutic.
I got to tell you something. I grew up on a small ranch.
Mhm.
I get that, and I was always used to being outdoors working.
Yeah.
Even when I was doing this stuff, I'd be in the studio for 3 or 4 hours and right back outside, right? So we moved, sold the ranch, moved to the city. We don't live in a huge city, but and when we looked at this house we were buying, my wife said she looked around, she walked around the front, she walked around the back. She goes, "This is the house. It's got a huge kitchen and it's got a huge lawn." And I call myself doing my Forrest Gump thing. I get on my mower because it's an acre and a half or so.
Oh, so you got a ride on. That's
Yeah.
lazy.
Well, and no, and I got to push too for the edges, but it's a pretty big lawn. But my point is, I like to make the lines. I
Oh
make the
yeah,
lines
yep.
and make sure everything's good and the edges are good. Then I get my weed eater out and do all that stuff, and that is very therapeutic. I can spend a half a day out there doing stuff, and when I come in, I'm good. I enjoy
Yeah,
it.
there's something about grass too, and because I think it's pride of your own house. So because I travel a lot, people that they'll trim the hedges, and I ask them to cut the grass when we're
Sure.
away. But for me, and I've had like a Toro Flex 21, which is arguably a green mower. I've had Seashore Paspalum, Zoysia. Um, I've had it laid a bunch of different times. I love, I take pride in the lawn. And I was top dressing just the other day. It was freezing, so I was mixing up some compost with some sand and raking it in. And I don't know, you just it is a little bit like being with nature, but just when you do it and you do it right, I always pick up the clippings, I put them in there, and the guys go and take it away. But it's a sense of achievement, and I think you should clean up your it's a good habit to clean up your own mess.
Oh yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. Frank Nobilo, CBS. Good luck next week. Good luck this season. We'll be checking back a little later in the year, and you can give us an update. How's that?
Great. Happy New Year, my friend.
That you too. That's going to wrap it for After Hours. Like I said, Dave Bisbee will be with us next week. We got a lot of great shows coming up this spring. We're also going to be broadcasting live from the Portland Golf Show and I think the LPGA tournament out here in Portland. So a lot of fun stuff coming up. Anyway, for Frank and myself, have a good week. Go out, play some golf, have some fun, but most of all, be kind. Take care, everybody.